Alright guys, it's day 2. It's 5:19. We got about 50 minutes till daylight and we're going to walk back up on this hill. We got rained out yesterday evening. The fog rolled in. There's a bunch of rain coming. There's thunder all over the place. We knew it was a risk going into the evening. It's kind of just a bust, which is okay. We got more sleep than we would have if we would have come back after dark. And if we don't see anything today, we're just going to bounce around and we're going to try to find some different stuff. But we just feel like we got to keep going up here. We've seen 2 shooters and hoping this morning, same deal. I'm going to head up there and see what we can see. Just kind of hang out. Play it patient. That's what I've learned in this game of glassing. You just got to be patient. It's fun. I love glassing, but sometimes you're like, I just want to stalk something. And sometimes you feel like you're wasting time because you're just staring at grass blowing in the wind and staring into the oak brush looking for a tine sticking out, and it feels like you could be doing something else, but I really think it's the most productive thing we could be doing. So, at least for our style of hunting. So, finish the coffee, head up. Oh man, it's gonna rumble the gut through. It's just one of those ones, you get a little air in there too because you're chugging. Ooh, a rumble. I bought these for stalking, pronghorn, but I actually realized they're just great for sitting at a glassing knob because your knees get kind of tired when you're just kneeling on rocks. I don't like to sit on my butt because you can't see down as far. Let's see if we can't go kick something up. Alright, so we made it up here and the visibility has not changed at all. Down at the ground is a lot more clear, but you can tell there's a little bit of moisture in the air. But now that we're up here, we are just completely boxed in with fog. So I think all we can do is just be patient. I mean, at this point, it's not like we really have a spot where we know they're moving enough to even be set up. But I'm just gonna sit here and let it burn off. It is clear. You can see the moon up there, and I can actually see blue sky over here. Wind blowing a little bit. You'd think that if the sun pops a little bit, it'll burn it off, but it kind of sucks we can't see. Challenges of hunting in the mountains, I guess. I thought it was supposed to be like the desert in New Mexico. I was expecting like hot, brutal hot, a lot more dust. A lot more dust, a lot less wet. A lot less, like I figured I'd be getting dust in my eyes blowing, but I'm just getting fog in my eyes. My guess is at some point the wind or the fog will just be like gone. It's looking like it might be soon. You're telling me. And the fog finally cleared off. And as it did that, we saw a pretty nice buck coming right at us. He got down here below us. I'm probably just going to slide up here and see if I can get eyes on him again. Jump for you right now. looked like his partner. And then that was him coming up. That's the one that we stalked yesterday for sure. They're just down in this bowl feeding. But I almost feel like they're gonna go to our right. Not that we're really in a great position here anyway. I just wanted to keep eyes on him so we knew which way he was going. Know if they leave completely where they went versus boxing ourselves in down here. The wind is this way, so we should be good if we just get back up to where we've been watching from. Do you want to do that? Do you think that's better than this? Than going to... I think we need to keep eyes on them. I just think it's too risky going down that way. Alright, so we just watched those two bigger bucks walk off this point, and they got behind the hill and we can't see them, so I think we're gonna just try to adjust. There's this point down here that we think we can get out on and potentially see them and just pick up on them. We may be in it for the day, I don't know. I don't want to lose these things. I think we just got to get down there and feel it out. I would have saw them. They were like going right down here, like 150 or 200 yards away. That was at least 40 minutes ago, or probably 50 minutes ago. I mean, I could see where they would just be down in here somewhere. I don't know if we just try to push up a smidge further to where we can just see a little bit more and just hang out. Yeah. They gotta be down there somewhere, right? We haven't seen them pop up anywhere else. I just don't know what to do, because like, I'm starting to get hungry and I know that's gonna be an issue. I just wonder if one of us shouldn't go back and one stay, or if we both go back. I don't feel like somebody staying's a bad thing. What do you think?
I can go back.
You could just bring even a couple of those freeze-dried meals, and then just we can bring the jet boil, some water. Roy decided to leave, and as soon as he left, like 5 minutes later, I looked down and I saw the buck that we're calling middle brother
He's not the biggest one, but he's with that big buck most of the time. Well, really every time we've seen the bigger buck. So I'm assuming big buck is somewhere. Middle brother just bedded down, and he's bedded in the shade, and he's real easy to see now, but I mean, he's been over there all late morning, and I haven't seen him, and I've been staring at that spot, just picking apart every little thing. So Roy is on his way back to get food and replenish water. I don't know, I guess we lost our confidence enough that we didn't pack food for the day, which was stupid. We brought snacks, but not enough to get us through the day. Wind is right in our favor, so I got no worries. As long as I can keep eyes on him, I feel good about it. But I don't know, I think if we can be patient enough and see the bigger buck re-bed, we might be able to make a stalk this afternoon yet. It's only like noon, maybe noon 30, so just keep my eyes peeled down there. Alright, it's about 2 o'clock now, and Roy's coming back. But I don't know, it might have all been for nothing because we got him bedded down here. I just stood up. I was sitting down because I'm getting tired of standing and looking at this thing. And I looked down and I thought the original buck was up. Well, the bigger buck was just right behind him, so he was there the whole time. It's just crazy that they can get lost in this open country because it's so open, but you know, they tuck behind a juniper or something and you just lose him. And he was just in a mess of stuff and I couldn't see him. But I feel confident that we can make a move on this thing now. The only issue is going to be other deer that we potentially don't know about, but I mean, it's just the risk you got to take, I guess. I know there's one other doe. Last I saw, she was coming down, so I think what we might try to do is loop around and then come up behind them. The wind's kind of going this way, and they're this way, so I'm hoping we can take the low ground to them and then just hop up, but pretty sweet. I'm pretty excited about it. So there's this ditch over here. I think we might be able to run behind them and come up over the top. They're bedded there, and I'm thinking we might be able to run that ditch and pop up behind them and just use that cedar right there to get close enough. The bigger one's to the left. The wind is coming like this, so I'm thinking we can just barely thread the needle and get in there. Slide around the front of this tree, but stay low and just hug it tight. Alright, I'm about to make a move here. I'm going to drop off this ridge, and I'm going to run the low ground, then jump in the ditch with those bucks, and take that to them. I'm going to work quick. I made it to the ditch. It's hot. The wind still feels good for me. I think as long as no other deer see me, I'm gonna be able to get up there pretty well. blew it, man. I thought I had a really good chance at that. Maybe I should have been a little more patient, but dang, man. So I'm standing here now, and I'm realizing that he was right in there. Like right there. And I was trying to get to this and peek around that. And I'm wondering if he wasn't just in this bush and just saw me. Because I was right here in the wide open. And I had come from that tree, kind of went around, and got up to here. And I was nervous about that move because I was exposing myself through this gap. But back there, I was down in the shadow enough that, he probably couldn't see me. Now I'm standing here. The wind is coming back this way. I just wonder if he wasn't tucked under there enough that I just couldn't see him. And I was hoping that he was over enough. Because if you look over here, I'm pretty sure the other buck was right there. Dang it, man. If I'd have just been a little more patient, I could have probably just waited for him to stand up. That's where the smaller buck was, and somewhere in here is where the bigger buck was. And that's the gap that I got spotted in. What I should have done, and what I was hoping to do, was come behind this juniper and then slide around it, or just get in a position where I could shoot up into here. Because where he was bedded there, I obviously wouldn't have been able to shoot all through that junk. I bet he saw me through there, down here at this angle even. My head pops through there and it's game over, and that's what it looks like happened. That's my gap. It's just my bad. It's hunting, I guess. It's a lot of fun. I was inside of 20 yards from him. It's crazy. Look at this.
I saw you pick that up on the way.
I just got careless. I just messed up, and I knew he was there in hindsight, and I just went way too fast up there. I mean, there's that, and I can see it from here. I got to that tree, I stopped for a second, reevaluated everything, and I was looking at that picture like crazy, and it was helping me out a ton. And I just got to a point where, like, I'm right here, close, but I kept thinking that they were over a little bit more. And by the time I realized that what had happened, I had just gone too far, and I heard him jump up. Was he standing when he jumped?
Yeah, so eventually I think he saw you because he turned his head and was looking at you.
I mean, dude, I was like 20 yards from him, or less. I mean, I might have been like 15 yards from him. I just went way too far, and I should have just set up by one of those trees. Had he been where the small one was, and it only been him, what I was doing was right. Yeah. So there was a tree, and that was the tree I had planned to go to the entire time. From the time I first spotted him up there, it was the tree I was going to. Mm-hmm. I had that so much in my head that I was going for that tree, and the tree was here, but where the big one was here. Yeah. And I just was in the wide open. I just made a horrible mistake. It's just terrible. Whatever happened yesterday, I don't consider as much of a blow as this, where I was like right in there and I should have pulled it off had I just been a little more careful. And I got too aggressive, but that's hunting. All we can do is learn from it, all of us, I think he saw me, especially. I'll have to watch the reaction, but I'll probably be able to tell from that. Dang it. Definitely makes you want it more, for sure.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're wrapping up the day here, and I was just sitting here thinking about it, and I'm beating myself up. And, I like to be a little bit hard on myself. I think that's okay in life. But, at the end of the day, I'm just thankful that we're here and able to do this. And, we wouldn't be able to do this if you guys didn't support us so much. So thank you guys. And just excited to chase them again tomorrow. This is what we love to do. So even though I'm bummed that I'm like kicking myself, it's like not the end of the world. It could always be a lot worse. I think the game plan tomorrow is just come back here, give it one more go, and see if we see that buck. Old Forky, man, he's in my head. All right.
A lot of history with that buck.
We actually do. It's disgusting. All right, guys, so we're gonna probably pack up here in a few minutes and hit the road. Be back up here in the morning. Thanks for watching. Again, thanks for the support. We couldn't do the things that we love to do without you guys, so thanks again. See you on the next video.